Tonight we wander to late 90s California, where warm ocean air smells faintly of asphalt cooling after a hot day, and palm fronds whisper secrets to the stars. Sunnydale looks like an ordinary town, but after dark, the quiet feels expectant. Sunnydale High looms in the moonlight, its windows silvered by starlight. A couple of teens slip across the lawn, giggling, the way only teens can, half daring, half nervous. The boy knocks out a small pane of glass with a sharp rock. Crack! He reaches in and slides the window open. Moonlight catches the edges of the broken glass as he helps the girl climb inside. Their sneakers squeak softly on the tile hallway, the air cool and echoing. She glances over her shoulder, her voice a whisper. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" He grins and promises the view from the top of the gym is to die for. They walk deeper into the dark, lockers lining the halls like sentries. Then a faint sound, just a breath of movement. The girl stiffens. The boy chuckles, trying to be brave. Maybe it's some thing, he teases. But Sunnydale loves a good reversal. The girl tilts her head, a sly smile blooming. Then her face shifts, eyes gleaming, fangs catching the moonlight. Before he can gasp, she lunges. A flash of teeth, and everything goes black. Credits roll with that unmistakable late 90s rock riff. Guitars that make you think of flannel shirts and after-school TV marathons. Morning comes. Inside, a half-unpacked bedroom, a girl tosses uneasy in sleep. Nightmares flicker through her mind. Alleyways, whispers, a demonic face that roars from the dark. She wakes with a start, sunlight cutting through the boxes. New town, new school, same teenage dread. Downstairs, her mom calls a too bright good morning, the kind you use when you're hoping the day behaves. Buffy pulls on her boots, runs a brush through her hair, and takes one last look around the still unfamiliar room. A short drive later, the Jeep turns into Sunnydale High. Palms line the street, banners flutter in the breeze. Everything looking perfectly ordinary, in that way Sunnydale never is. Joyce gives her a hopeful smile that almost hides the nerves. Buffy answers with one of her own, polite, brave, maybe even believing it herself for half a second. She steps out into the sunlight, hoping this will finally be a normal day. Sunnydale, of course, has other plans. Her outfit practically timestamps the decade. A button-down sweater layered over a simple top. A burgundy miniskirt that swishes with each step. A hair clip catching the morning light. And tall black boots that clack with the confident music of the 90s hallway. The campus is pure movie set California. Students lounging under palms, skateboards rattling across the pavement, the air carrying that warm, coastal scent of sun-drenched concrete. Buffy moves through it all, scanning faces she doesn't know yet. Xander Harris rolls toward the entrance on his board, bright and funny, still a little gawky, and promptly wipes out as he catches sight of the new girl. He laughs it off and is helped up by Willow, his shy, book-loving best friend. Their relationship has the easy rhythm of people who have shared countless math tests and inside jokes. Buffy smiles, then keeps going. First day courage only lasts so long. A few steps later, she's inside the main office, facing Principal Flutie, a man who radiates too much enthusiasm for a Monday. He welcomes her like a motivational poster come to life, all warmth and nervous energy, determined to make a good impression on his latest transfer student. The pep talk starts sincere, drifts into awkward, and ends somewhere between fresh start and please don't burn anything down. Buffy nods politely. She's heard this speech before. New town, same script. Mid-sentence, he takes her old transcript from LA and tears it neatly in half to symbolize the past. Then, realizing halfway through that might have been a mistake, he freezes, tapes it back together, and keeps talking like nothing happened. It's equal parts pep talk and mild panic. He even brings up that little gym fire incident from LA, clearly mentioned in bold on the now mended transcript. Buffy smiles tightly and corrects him. Asbestos issue. Flutie laughs a little too hard, insists everything's fine, and waves her toward the door. Out in the hallway again, Buffy fumbles her bag. Notebooks, a pen, lip gloss, and a slender wooden stake slide out, landing quietly near a sneakered foot. She gathers the obvious bits and hurries off, missing the most interesting item now lying in plain sight. Xander, who's been hovering at a totally not hovering distance, crouches to help. He palms the wooden mystery, tucks it under his arm, and says nothing. The smart move when you're not sure if you just found a weapon or a weird hobby. Enter Cordelia Chase. Perfect hair, perfect confidence, perfect timing. She smiles like she owns the hallway, which, in her mind, she does. Cordelia gives Buffy a rapid-fire tour of what's hot and what's not. James Spader, still cool. John Tesh, absolutely not. Buffy passes, barely. It's almost friendly until Cordelia throws a sharp comment toward Willow's thrift store address. Buffy's smile fades. Welcome to Sunnydale High, where even the fashion advice bites. Cordelia guides Buffy to the school library, a sunlit cathedral of dark wood and floating dust motes. Behind the counter stands Rupert Giles, the soft-spoken British librarian whose tweed jacket and quiet intensity seem designed for secrets. He greets Buffy by name, as if he's been expecting her, and slides across a massive, leather-bound book embossed with a single word: vampire. Buffy's face tightens. She backs away, muttering that she's definitely not looking for that. But Sunnydale's shadows have a way of finding her, whether she's ready or not. Elsewhere, two girls drift into the echoing locker room, voices bubbling with unmistakable Valley Girl lilt, each sentence rising at the end like a question. They're mid-gossip, comparing the latest rumors about the mysterious new girl, Buffy Summers. Did you hear she totally got kicked out of her last school for, fighting? One says, stretching the word as though it might bite back. Her friend gives an exaggerated gasp, the sound bouncing off the tile walls like a ping-pong ball. A locker door swings open with a metallic clink, and the chatter dies mid-sentence. Inside, the body of the boy from last night slumps forward. Pale, eyes wide, drained. The sound that follows ripples through the hallway. Sharp, real, impossible to ignore. The day moves on, even in a town that just found a body. Teenagers are remarkably good at pretending everything's fine. Buffy finds Willow sitting alone under a palm tree, her lunch spread neatly on a napkin. There's a quiet kindness about her. Soft voice, open face, the kind of person who always holds the door. Buffy smiles. Hey, you seem to know the unspoken rules of this place. Willow blushes. Mostly rule number 1, don't talk to Cordelia. They laugh, and just like that, the first bit of normal starts to feel possible. Buffy asks for help catching up on schoolwork, and Willow agrees instantly, flustered, happy, relieved to be noticed. Neither of them realizes they've just started one of the best friendships in television history. Afternoon edges toward evening. Shadows stretch long enough to bump into each other. Buffy wanders toward the Bronze, the teen club that is simultaneously coffee house, concert venue, and the beating heart of Sunnydale's let's pretend we're a normal town nightlife. As she walks, a figure steps from the shadows. Dark jacket, darker eyes. His voice is low but certain, the kind that makes you listen. He warns her about something called the Harvest, a night that's coming soon and won't end well. Before she can ask more, he presses a silver cross into her hand. It's cool against her skin, heavier than it looks. By the time she looks up, he's gone, as if the darkness folded around him and carried him away. Buffy slips the cross around her neck. It feels like protection, or maybe a promise she doesn't understand yet. She continues toward the Bronze. Inside the Bronze, guitars shimmer over a sea of teenagers. The air smells like espresso, stage fog, and hair product. Buffy moves through it with eyes that catch shadows the way some people catch typos. From behind a pillar, Rupert Giles appears, somehow both perfectly at home and hilariously out of place. Tweed and a strobe light, a library that wandered into a music video. He leans close to be heard over the band, voice calm, urgent, reassuringly British. He sketches the shape of things, ancient prophecies, a vampire called the Master, trapped beneath the town, signs that line up like a bad horoscope. And yes, he mentions the nightmares, because in Sunnydale, even the librarian keeps one eye on destiny and the other on the card catalog. As they talk, Buffy's attention drifts across the room. Willow's chatting with a boy whose smile is a touch too sharp, eyes lit by something that isn't candlelight. He leans in close, voice low, and Willow, ever polite, lets him guide her toward the door. Danger, in Sunnydale, often asks nicely first. A tug sparks in Buffy's chest. She excuses herself before Giles can finish his sentence and slips into the night. The Bronze hums behind her. Music, chatter, the occasional crash of soda bottles. All those comforting noises that pretend nothing supernatural ever happens here. On the sidewalk, Xander jogs up, curiosity written all over his face. He's clearly been hanging nearby, strategically, of course. He admits as much and insists on coming. There's bravado in it, sure, but also something truer. That early flicker of friendship that says, I don't know what this is, but you're not going into it alone. Buffy hesitates, then gives a small nod. He can tag along, quietly, carefully, following her lead. Meanwhile, Willow's seize the moment plan is going not great. Her charming new companion's smile twists, stretches too wide. Ridges rise along his forehead, fangs flash in the moonlight. It's the kind of face that would really ruin a first date selfie. They reach the mausoleum. Darla steps out, small and dangerous, Jessie unsteady at her side. Darla smiles the way only a vampire can, all appetite and amusement. Buffy bursts in, stake first. The boy vampire barely gets a hiss out before becoming Sunnydale's latest pile of dust. Buffy calls out to Xander, "Get out of here," and he, Willow, and Jessie flee. The shadows shift. The air grows heavier. Luke steps into view. Broad-shouldered, unhurried, unreasonably confident for someone who lives underground. He moves like gravity follows him. Buffy pivots to meet him. Quick, sharp, every motion clean. Strength against speed, Slayer against sermon. Luke's voice fills the space, rolling off the stone walls.
The harvest is coming.
He's all blunt force and prophecy, and Buffy, though fast, can't quite find a rhythm. He catches her mid-swing, throws her into a stone tomb. The impact rattles the room, and probably her spine. Luke leans in, fangs gleaming in the torchlight. The Master's voice rumbles through the tunnels, promising freedom, fire, and a sequel. And then, blackout. Classic Sunnydale timing. The night exhales. Up above, street lamps buzz like they're gossiping. Somewhere, Giles is already writing a report no one asked for. Cordelia's drafting new rumors. And Buffy's pretending she's not grounded for saving the world. The bronze goes quiet. The tunnels go still. And the Hellmouth hums beneath it all. Soft, steady, waiting. The monsters are dust for now. The world's pretending it's fine. And Buffy? She's probably just hoping for a math test tomorrow. Something nice and normal for once. But that's the thing about Sunnydale. Normal never lasts. And you? Don't act like you don't love it. You've already got one foot in this world. Might as well stick around. Cut to black. Cue the credits. Try not to dream about vampires. Good night.